Hello, welcome to Business. The central bank would disclose a way forward for banks that fail to meet the deadline for securing 400 million cedis as minimum capital. That announcement is expected to be made on the 2nd of January next year, with just 2 working days to the deadline. George Afe has more in this report.
Depending on who you engage, it is still not clear what will finally happen to any commercial bank that has not got the 400 million Ghana cedis as the stated capital come January 1, 2019. However, some trusted sources say the central bank would surely ask that bank that have not met the capital after December to surrender its universal banking license and take up a savings and loans license. Information that we are picking up again suggests the central bank could give some waivers to banks that are about 90% through to finalize their documentations. So, for instance, if Kokomlele Bank, as of December 31, has a stated capital of 370 million Ghana cedis and has secured the necessary commitment, it could be given some small time to fast-track the process for the remaining 30 million Ghana cedis to reflect in its books. Since the last time that the central bank updated the public on the number of banks that have recapitalized, additional 4 banks have announced that they've met these new capital levels. But the central bank may still have to confirm this after its audit. However, some have also argued we should expect some surprises. So keep your fingers crossed.
Vodafone has indicated that it would begin the process to align its infrastructure to deliver 4G service to customers early next year. According to its chief executive, Yolanda Cuba, the license would help the company contribute positively to the country's digital revolution. The CEO of Vodafone Ghana has been looking back at the year 2018.
2018 has been a fantastic year for Vodafone. In this year, we celebrated 10 years of Vodafone being in Ghana, and that really was the highlight of everything that we did. We gave our customers an opportunity to actually win 10 times the benefits of what they were recharging. We actually went out and we opened up our network for free to customers as well, to data sessions. We invested a lot in our network as well to give you better coverage, to give our customers as well a better experience on our network. So it has been a fantastic year overall. So we're really excited. From a CSI perspective, I mean, we invested heavily in terms of the community in which we operate, and we started a project that I'm really excited about, which is around coding and teaching young people to actually use coding. And for us, that's really important because we do believe that we as Vodafone are there to actually play our part in digitizing Ghana and making sure that Ghana actually moves beyond where we are today. So we have a personal philosophy about igniting Ghana's digital revolution, and this is but one part of what we are doing in order to make sure that we achieve it. And if I look at a year like 2019, I'm looking forward to even more things to come. Our partnership with government have been strengthened through an agreed balance sheet restructuring, which means we can now go out and raise funding in a way that is sustainable for the business, and also partnering with government a lot better going into the future. And yes, the question that is on everyone's lips, when is Vodafone going to get 4G? I promise you, it's right around the corner. 2019 is our year.
In other news, passengers using the Kotoka International Airport are expected to declare food items in their bags at the Plant Protection and Regulatory Service Department desk for inspection. According to Deputy Director of the Quarantine Division of the Directorate, Prudence Atipo, this has become urgent to avoid the country getting downgraded or banned from exporting food to the European market.
When one is exporting or a traveler is carrying food items, either in this raw state or semi-processed state, you are supposed to declare them to the plant quarantine officers at the exit points, who are the Ministry of Food and Agriculture staff. They are supposed to inspect the items to make sure that they are free from pests and diseases. If they are free from pests and diseases, that is when they issue a certificate to cover the items for you. And the cost of this certificate is the 50 cedis.
For me as a traveler, if I fail to declare and it's detected, are there any sanctions?
If you fail to declare and probably you take it outside, We cannot give you any sanctions, or there are no sanctions here. But what happens is that when it is detected outside, it's seized or destroyed, and then they give us notification. When the country receives notifications, our rating for export of plant and plant products falls. So it affects the country as a whole. Now, when other countries see that Ghana is exporting food and plant products full of harmful organisms, they may put stringent measures against our produce that go outside. And that is the more reason why you remember that in 2015, we were banned because of some of these things. It is not only volumes that were exported through the cargo, but also travelers that were carrying food items. We received notifications as well, and it affects our rating in the quest to do our export.
Well, elsewhere, stock markets in the U.S. have seen significant rises, with the Dow Jones up by nearly 5% and the technology-focused Nasdaq rising by nearly 6%. In Asia, markets were following suit on Thursday, with Japan's Nikkei 225 up more than 3% in early trade. It contrasts strongly with the run-up to Christmas, when stocks suffered their worst weekly falls in a decade. Analysts say data from MasterCard showed U.S. holiday retail sales up 5.1%, the strongest growth in 6 years. Confidence was also boosted by White House assurances that Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's job was safe. And that's it for business. There's much more after this break.